listening to an audio article by the Common Constitution. Today's audio article is entitled Joe Biden, the Aging Crime Boss. For years I stood by my assertion that Joe Biden was nothing but a crook who used his political influence to run a very successful crime family. He enriched himself and other family members and used and frankly abused his black sheep son for his own ends. Then came 2020 and my assertion began to change. No, I didn't change my mind about the whole criminal family. What changed is Biden's level of frailty. He appeared at times to barely even know where he was. To put it mildly, it appeared as if Joe had lost a step, that he must have had one or more handlers that just trot him out at various events, shelter him from questions, and then corral him and place him back in the barn. I and many others were and are convinced that he may not even last out the year before they put him out to pasture. But then came Lunchbox Joe's national address. He did a good job, and by good job I mean he did exactly what they expected of him. He was low-key with his creepy whispering tones. He was boring as snot, which caused most to tune out, at least mentally. He did a fair job of masking the fact that he was not speaking to the people, but to the government. All his references to we and you were not directed at we the people, but to we the autocracy. For him, it's all about the legacy. He doesn't care what is written for him. As a propped-up, aging crime boss, he'll just happily read the script. So is this really Biden's own agenda he's pushing? No, in my opinion, it's not. It's the wish list of the radicals of the Obama administration working behind the scene who finally get a chance to spread their fascist Marxist wings after 8 years of sitting on their hands, being overshadowed by the Clinton crime family that Obama let in during his tenure. As an aside, I may be the only conservative who holds the notion that these leftists aren't Marxists, but actually Mussolini fascists. The difference being that Marxism is communism, and in communism the state owns and operates everything, all production. With fascism, the means of production is still carried out by the private sector, but the state controls what they make, how many, where to sell, how much to sell for, who to buy from, etc., etc., etc. In other words, the fascist state tells the private sector what to do, and they do it. Or else. Some call this a public-private partnership, which is exactly what the public side really means by it. I don't think our federal government wants to own all production in this country, at least not for a while. They don't want the responsibility. As they demonstrate regularly, they are better at just barking out orders and making demands. Anywho, whether Lunchbox is entirely cogent or not, I think he has at least enough of his faculties left to realize what's really happening, and as long as he plays ball with fascists in charge, they'll allow his crime family to continue to hang on. Thank you for listening.